If you are someone who's just passed out 12th, passed out 10th, you are in a college, this video is for you. Our 1-year cybersecurity diploma course is carefully structured into 12 in-depth modules. So we have a placement cell, we have a team whose work is completely to connect you with organizations. We've added a lot of efforts when it comes to placement. A lot of people are getting placed every day. Hello everyone, this is Mohit Yadav. This is the session where I'll be talking about how to start a career into cybersecurity. And if you are someone who wants to build a career into information security or cybersecurity, you've heard about terms like red teaming or terms like blue teaming or hacking word, very famous thing where people get a lot of attractions to this word. Yes, we'll be learning about how someone who is a fresher or who wants to start a career into information security, how they can actually start, or they can actually take single small steps and be someone who knows a lot of things into cybersecurity. So let us start this video and share this video with everyone who wants to build a career, or if someone is wanting to excel their current IT jobs and get into information security as a domain. So let us start the video. First module, first foundation to start when you talk about cybersecurity, when you talk about ethical hacking, that is basic networking, where you learn about how networks are built, how to connect a system from a different computer, from a router or switch, how these things actually connect, how different protocols are working, how to basically different topologies are working, OSI model, TCP model. These things we do learn into colleges, we do learn into some schools also, but not very depth. So in this module you'll be learning the first module, that's called basic networking. So basic networking is something which will teach you more about the networks, because someone who do not know anything about network will not be able to do any kind of cyber security or pen testing on a network, because you are very at the starting level of the network. So in this module you'll be learning about networking. In this module you'll be learning about how routers are working, how switches are working, different things, because these are very important. Because when you sit in an interview, they'll ask few questions from networking side also. They'll ask few questions from firewall, what is a firewall, how to work on a firewall. So in this course, this module, which is networking module, which focuses completely on the network side of cybersecurity. So this is a very essential module for anyone who is a fresher into information security, who want to start a career. And yes, we'll be learning step by step. This is a very important module for everyone who wants to start. Second most important foundation level when it comes to cybersecurity is Linux. As you know, like Linux is one of an operating system, just like Windows we are using. Every day we use Windows operating system on our computers, Mac operating system. Similarly, Linux is also an operating system which is very important. And why this is important when it comes to cyber security? Because you would have heard about a thing called, or a Linux called Kali Linux. So that one single Linux which is very famous, the most known distribution of a Linux platform, which is a very essential tool built inside that own operating system. So this thing is called Kali Linux, and this Kali Linux is something which is required into cybersecurity level. So in the when you reach a company, you start doing pen tests, you'll be using Kali Linux. So this module, understanding commands when it comes to Linux, because you will have to switch on the Linux, installation of the Linux, the commands which are required when it comes to, because we do all these regular tasks on day to day on our Windows PC. So we know how to copy paste, how to edit a file or modify something, permission and all, but we do not know more how to do it, all these things into Linux platform. So this second level focuses on getting more depth knowledge of Linux platform, because that is going to help you in while you'll be using Kali Linux. So most important thing when it comes to foundation, I've already talked about networking. This is Kali Linux, and this is what we call as Linux essential module. See, every module is very important, so I'll be talking about every module in depth. So Linux essential is one of the part of foundation course, so you should know Linux, how Linux works. Third basic foundation course or a basic foundation level which we need to learn when it comes to cybersecurity is every organization is asking for people who knows Python. Guiding you all to learn Python. The first level of Python you should know, because Python is one of the very famous scripting language, and most of the tools when you see on GitHub, when you see on the Kali Linux, so you'll see a lot of programs are already made in Python. So you might see a lot of scripts which you can modify it on your own, or you should know basic programming. This is very important when you go for an interview and they'll be asking you to write a small program of Python, and if you do not know Python, so it's a big no. So because into cybersecurity domain, every organization when they are hiring people, they would be in their requirement, it is always written, you should see the job openings which are there on internet, you'll see one scripting language, so preferred. So when you see Python is one of very famous scripting language, and this can be used a lot in coming years, because AI, machine learning, also the Python programming, you have learned Python programming, so it can in coming future you will be learning AI, you might get cybersecurity with AI, the things are coming. So Python programming is very important. Most of the tools are made, so you should also learn Python programming. And I'm talking about the base. I'm not talking that you go very deep into Python programming. At least the basics of Python programming you should know. When it comes to cybersecurity, it becomes easy for you. It becomes easy for an interviewer to hire you. So if you're preparing cybersecurity, these Python programming is very, very important, because this will actually dig down how to find how to make simple programs in Python, compilers, interpreter, assembler, different algorithms, flow charts and all. So all these things are very important. You should know when it comes to cybersecurity domain. You have already learned basic networking, you have already learned Python, you have already learned Linux. So after 3 basic foundation modules, ethical hacking is one step which is most important, the first step when it comes to cybersecurity as a whole career, where you learn different kind of attacks, the basics of cybersecurity, malwares, how malwares are working, what is a rat, what is a Trojan horse virus. You learn about cryptography, you learn about MD5 hashes, you learn about different kind of web application attacks, you learn about SQL injection. So this course actually has somewhere like 25 modules, and in these 25 modules it teaches you in depth about different step-by-step modules. When I say step-by-step, so there'll be some things about web application attacks also, how websites are being hacked by hackers. There'll be some modules when it comes to cryptography also. So this is very important course. This course is also known as Certified Ethical Hacker course. This course is also known as Ethical Hacking course in most of places. So this course is a foundation course for cybersecurity as a career. So when someone wants to start a career in cybersecurity, this is the starting step. Everyone have to take it, and this is the most crucial, and you need to focus a lot on this module, because this module teaches you how to think like a hacker, how to take an assessment when it comes to cybersecurity, how to be an ethical hacker, what are the ethics when it comes to cybersecurity, or when it comes how to work into cybersecurity or ethical hacking domain. So terms are very important, because you will be learning about a lot of hacking stuffs, lot of attacking stuffs into. This is more like an offensive work, how attacks are being done on networks, how attacks are done on the websites, and how these phishing attacks are being done, what is social engineering, what is viruses, what is worms, how do viruses are spreading, worms are spreading, how systems are getting hacked, how to crack a password. So all these terms, all these attacks you will be learning into ethical hacking, one of the very strong course when you are looking into cybersecurity domain. This is most important level, the first step for you to start into cybersecurity domain. So now when you've completed ethical hacking module, you'll be actually starting a module called penetration testing, and I'll be very specific, network penetration testing, which is one of our level where you'll be learning how to actually do a pen testing of a network. When I say a network, what this word is called penetration testing. Penetration testing is the process of finding bugs, getting into a system or getting into a network or a computer. It's a kind of attacking. So in this level 5, where you will be learning about how to exploit a computer, how to exploit a vulnerability, so remote code execution vulnerability, or you'll be learning how to do privilege escalation. So this course will actually focus on, this is an advanced course which comes after ethical hacking. So you cannot do it before ethical hacking. So you should do ethical hacking first, then you come on to this advanced penetration testing, network pen testing course. This focuses on Active Directory exploitation. This focuses on how you can actually do a testing of a network. So when you work into a company, so they will give you a task to do an infrastructure audit. They will give you a task of, you'll have to do a pen test of a network. So for this course, remember we talked about networking. For this course we talked about networking because this is focusing on network pen testing. For doing network pen testing, you should know how to work on networks. So you should have basic knowledge of networks. Then only you'll be able to do network penetration testing. Yes, apart from this basic network knowledge, in this penetration testing level, you'll be learning how to exploit a computer, how to exploit an operating system, how to exploit a machine which is running something. Okay, I'm talking about a network. I'm not talking about a website or something, but a network where, for example, in a company there are 100 computers, a firewall is there, a router is there, a switch is there. So this course, this module focuses on all those devices which are connected into a network. Network can be a cloud network can be a physical network or a server which is inside an office or being at a very kind of a remote location. So you learn all these types of attacking things into this advanced penetration testing course. You learn how to do a reporting, because ultimate work when you are doing a penetration test, when you are finding a bug into their network, you'll have to create a report. So you'll have to learn how to create a report. On this level, module 5, you'll be learning the process, POC, attacks, exploit, reporting process. Everything is built related to network into this level. So the most important level for your jobs, because you'll be doing the same work as it is into a live infrastructure at an organization where you'll be working. One of the basic problem which I've heard every day, which most of the time I see, people or students normally join the course and they are joining a course for a specific modules only. Like they join for ethical hacking, they do 3 modules and in the starting, and then they expect a job to be there. So I'll be very straightforward. I'll give you a very honest thing that when it comes to cybersecurity, any profession, so you need to do at least to a specific level. So if you are at a foundation level, every organization will not hire you. You will be rarely getting a job at a foundation level of job. So foundation is something like you just ethical hacking course you have done, or just you directly started your networking or Python, and you expect that you actually work into cybersecurity. No. So understand this thing that in cybersecurity domain you need good level of knowledge, then only you get into an organization. For people who just learn it online means like from a video course of any website or something. So be aware that these video courses are something they are made because in videos you have an option of pausing a video anytime, and going to any place or skipping it. So but when it comes to physical classes or offline instructor led or online instructor led classes, you cannot skip classes. You build a career in information security, it's important to start, but when you start you need to be there till the end. So that means you need to be consistent with your studies. Craw Security focuses people to be consistent. That's why we conduct all different kind of activities, personality development, resume building, so that people are consistent every day, they get value from the course. Okay, now let's move on to the next module. We've already completed network penetration testing. Now the module 6, the module which talks about cyber forensic investigation, how to actually do an investigation, how cyber crimes are being done every day, how digital forensic investigators investigate cyber crimes, or they investigate different kind of hacking attacks. So this course, this module 6 is digital forensics, related to digital forensics, how you can actually find out who hacked into your network, from where your network was hacked, and what thing they took out from your network, different kind of methodologies, different kind of tools when it comes to forensic, the tools like forensic toolkit, FTK, tools like NCase, tools like Oxygen or Celebrite. These are very famous forensic investigation tools, and most of the forensic investigation agencies are using it nowadays. And this course, this module is very important, very essential for someone who wants to get into law enforcement, someone who wants to get into a investigating agency work, or if you want to work with any law enforcement organization like police, like, or you want to work into digital forensic or cyber cell. Yes, this is important for someone who want to learn, get into how this is actually a post attack kind of level, like something has been done, now how to investigate that attack. Some ransomware attack has been done, now what is the step you need to know. Reached a cyber a place where cyber attack has been done, or some kind of crime has been done, what step you need to take, how to seize a cyber forensic, or how to seize a evidence. It could be pen drive, it could be data, how to do a cloning, how to do imaging of at the live crime scene, how to act in different scenarios. So this focus completely on investigating side of cyber forensics, whether it is mobile application forensics, whether it is your OS forensics, dark web forensics, email forensics. So this is a course built at an outer level when it comes to forensic domain. It's an art of investigating cyber crimes. It's an art of collecting digital evidences, understanding different kind of forensic tools and methodologies. So we need to know all these things at a one single bundle, and this bundle is called cyber forensic investigation and cyber forensics, or we talk about digital forensics in this module 6. So now we have come to a module which is known as web application security, one of the most famous term when it comes to jobs, because when you are working in an organization as a cybersecurity analyst or a cybersecurity consultant, major thing which you do into an organization most of the time is called vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So this is a word which you need to write it down somewhere. You can pause the video and write it down, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, because in vulnerability assessment and penetration testing we have multiple things. So for what things you can find out vulnerability, what is vulnerability? A weakness. So web applications means websites. So how you can actually find out different kind of vulnerabilities like SQL injection, like cross-site scripting, or maybe CSRF. All these vulnerabilities are actually, a lot of vulnerabilities are there when it comes to a website, because nowadays hundreds of websites are getting hacked by hackers. And for us, it is very important that we work like an ethical hacker and we do exactly same work, and we find out the work vulnerabilities before any malicious hacker can find it out. So our work will be to find vulnerabilities before it get exploited on our websites. This course, this module helps you to find out those vulnerabilities. So we have included two major frameworks. That's called, first is called OWASP Top 10. Yes, so that's called Open Web Application Security Project. So where we have included different kind of top 10 vulnerabilities which are coming every day into our websites, web application or a website. It could be internal. We see a lot of websites every day. So every website, there's nothing called 100% security. So there are vulnerabilities which can come anytime. So every organization have to keep their websites audited on a regular basis. So web application security is called website auditing, which it is also called application security, where you learn how to secure an application by finding bugs prior to some kind of attack. Before some hacker hacks your website, you find out the bug and report it to your organization, and then they patch the bug as per the severity, like L1, L2. So L1 is like different kind of bugs have different levels. So higher or maybe the lower bug severity. So you know how to make a report of such kind of bugs, and you make a report regularly. So you should know how this auditing is being done. You should know, because most of the jobs you'll have to do website audits. Most of the places where, if it's a product based company, it's a service based company, you have to do VAPT of a web application. You have to do VAPT of a network pen testing, because right now I'm talking about those courses, those things which you'll be doing exactly same into your organization. You'll be working on burp suit. You'll be working about top 10 OWASP, then SANS top 25 vulnerabilities. So you'll be learning about all these vulnerabilities. Checklist, you'll be learning what is a checklist, how many vulnerabilities are there, how to exploit a login page, what all possible attacks can be there on a login page, or what all possible attacks can be there on a forget my password play pages. So all these things you'll be learning into web application attacks. That's called module 7, and very important for you when it comes to jobs for you. I'm talking about mobile application security now, because in the last module we learned about web application security. We learned how a web application can be exploited by hackers, and we learned how actually different kind of vulnerabilities are there in a web application. Now similar kind of vulnerabilities can come into a mobile application also, and the module 8, which talks more in depth about mobile applications we are using every day on our mobile. You see, the mobiles have a lot of Android applications. We are using Android mobile, we are using iOS mobile. So we have applications running in these mobiles, and these mobile applications do have vulnerabilities. When we talk about vulnerabilities, it can come into website also, it can come into network also, it can come into anything. So here I'm talking about mobile application, any payment application or any kind of social networking site we are accessing every day. So our all data is there on these mobile applications. So mobile application security, in this module you'll be learning about how to basically do a penetration testing of a mobile application. Yes, this is an essential part when it comes to cybersecurity domain, because web application security, mobile application security, IoT security, all these things you'll be learning. You'll have to actually do same work into an organization, because wherever you work, either they'll be having a mobile application, or they'll be having a web application. If they have a mobile application and they're releasing a feature, it should come to security team, and that security team, that means you have to test that mobile application properly and find out bugs. And you need to also see if the new feature which is coming out is affecting other features also, and there might be bugs which are coming in other places of the mobile application also. So important module for everyone. Yes, OWASP top 10 we teach in this module, and you'll be doing all the testing related to mobile applications. There are some dummy mobile applications where you find out bugs, and this is a unique module and most important module, mobile application security. Now we are talking about module 9, that's called IoT penetration testing. So now the word which suggests IoT. I don't know how many of you people know about IoT, but the word IoT means Internet of Things. Nowadays, everything is getting connected to internet. You see a lot of smart devices, your smart watches, your headphones, everything's are getting connected to internet. So smart bulbs are there, Alexa, and like you see a lot of things which are connected to internet. Now vulnerabilities can actually come into these modules also, these hardwares also, like smart devices, smart bulbs, smart switches, maybe smart city is there and they have smart bulbs installed, and if that bulb version, if that bulb is vulnerable to some kind of hacking attack, some hacker can sit anywhere in the world and click, by one single click he can switch off all these lights of a specific smart city. So understand this thing. You would have heard, you would have seen these kind of scenes in Bollywood or Hollywood movies. Same thing can be done into real life also, because if a thing is getting connected to internet, vulnerabilities can be exploited by hackers in those areas also. In this course, in this module of IoT penetration testing, you know about how a firmware works, how to do an extraction of a firmware, how to do exploitation of an IoT device, how these IoT devices are working, how these Raspberry Pi, your TL SDR, how to intercept frequencies, how to do Bluetooth attacks, flipper zero, how to use this flipper zero, and all these things are essential part when it comes. You might work for an organization who is creating IoT products, and if you working with some organization where IT products are being made, so you need to test the IoT products, IoT applications you need to test. So this is an essential module. Not a lot of people teach this module, because this module requires special tools, special hardwares, and yes, Craw Security has these modules, these tools and hardwares at our offices, and you can actually work on those tools. So this is an essential module for someone, because nowadays penetration testing means a lot of things. It can be done with cars, it can be done with your smart bulb devices, different things. So this is an interesting module where you learn with chips, you learn with a lot of sensors, you learn with a lot of registers, so all those like PCB and all. So you learn a lot of things into IoT penetration testing related to hardware hacking. So this is an important module. Foremost, you should do this course, because not everyone has this special level when it comes to, if you're getting to an organization, if you're getting to an interview and penetration, IoT pen testing is added into your resume, it becomes an extra add-on for you. They will be definitely considering you as a team member. So important module for you, that's called IoT penetration testing. Now we are at module 10, a very essential module, that's called endpoint security. So you have heard about, nowadays companies are working from home. Companies do provide laptops, do provide mobile phones, and people do bring their mobiles to their organization. That's called BYOD policy, bring your own device at organization. And how do companies deal with all these situations? Like companies do install programs like DLP programs on your laptops, where that's called data loss prevention softwares. So this course, this module focuses on such kind of things, how you can actually protect endpoints of your organization. Endpoints mean laptop, anything, any data going out from your laptop, or any data which is going out from your mobile. So it's an organization wants that their data should not be leaked. And yes, companies nowadays are also adding programs like MDM, that's called mobile device management. If an employee is bringing their mobile phones into organization and configuring their emails and other applications, so all those things are inside a specific program that's called MDM software. You will not be able to, an employee will not be able to take out any data from those mobiles. And these are security measures, the security solutions which every organization wants. And this is what we teach into module 10. you learn about MDM, you learn about data loss prevention system, you learn about firewalls, hardware firewalls, you learn about XDR, you learn about EDR, you learn about MDR. So these are all solutions where you learn how to actually provide a solution, have to actually implement a solution in an organization, and what kind of solutions can be implemented in a specific scenario. You might be working on a network level, and these are tools, these are the services, these are solutions which you need to know being into cybersecurity domain, because this is very important if you want to get into information security, because at any point of time you might have to deal with DLP solution, you have to deal with XDR solutions. And yes, we have added one major module that's called ISO 27001 lead auditor guidelines inside this endpoint security course, which is an essential part for anyone who is into information security. Every organization is asking for ISO people, so this is an add-on for you, add-on level for you. So this is an important module. You should learn module 10, that's called endpoint security. So in endpoint security we do teach SOC, we do teach like blue teaming stuff, how you can protect your organization, SIEM tools, Splunk, ArcSight, Wazoo, all these things you will be learning in endpoint security. And this is a unique module, not a lot of people learn, or not a lot of people actually teaches this course. This is a customized course prepared for you by talking to a lot of industry experts. So you should do this course, and this is a very important course for you for your future. Let us talk about a module which is very hot, that's called cloud security. Yes, cloud is something which we see every application nowadays. We are using our mobile applications, or any website which we see running, any startup which we see, they're all on cloud infrastructure. Like we talk about good organization or any startup, so they all are working on some or the other cloud infrastructure. So here we have added a module called cloud security, and we have added in this cloud security module, we have added Amazon like AWS. I don't know, like Amazon is an organization which holds major share when it comes to cloud infrastructure or cloud servers. So you talk about 100 organizations, so definitely 70 organizations will be using AWS clouds, and rest of the 30% of organization will be using things like Google Cloud, your Azure Cloud, or Alibaba Cloud, or multiple cloud platforms are there. So major stake when it comes to cloud infrastructure is Amazon. So we have added Amazon security, that's called AWS security, as our module into this. And we teach 11 module. In 11 module we teach about basics of AWS, that's called how to create instances, AWS cloud servers, how to plan and design an infrastructure, how to be familiar with AWS platform, how to launch instances or terminate, or maybe configure different kind of security or firewalls or log monitoring. All these things you'll be learning. So this module 11 is called AWS Associate course, which is a basic course for cloud, where you learn about basic cloud knowledge. That's why AWS basic cloud basic associate course is there into this 11th module, and this is an essential part. You can do this course because cloud is coming nowadays. Every organization needs people who can be into cloud, who can configure cloud, who can be a good asset for their organization, because nowadays cloud pen testing, cloud security assessments, cloud server hardening, all these things you have to do it in an organization. Where if you're working with a product based organization, all these products, all these services are hosted on cloud networks or cloud servers. You need to work with cloud. That's why we have added cloud associate as a 11th module of course in this cyber security journey. Now the last module will be focusing completely on the security part of your AWS. That's called how to secure your AWS cloud. And yes, in our last module, module 12, we have added cloud security because we want our students to learn cloud. We want our students to learn security part of cloud, because this is the next thing every organization wants. And that's why this course has 12 different levels, and which has a lot of things related to security part of the cloud. Thus, people can do 2 different modules in a day. Like for example, in schools we used to do in a day we used to have an English class and mathematics class in the same day. Same way we can have 2 different modules, like in morning you can do Python and in evening you can do Linux. So 2 different modules. It does not have any links with any of the module. People who want to learn it quickly, or people who do not have a 1 year time span, so what they can do, they can actually take 2 modules or side by side, like they can have 1 module in the morning and 1 module in the evening. I've already talked about step-by-step process. Yes, this is industry proven process, and people who have done this course, they have already working, they are well into information security, they are giving interviews, they are cracking interviews, they are learning every day. So we have a placement cell, we have a team whose work is completely to connect you with organizations, build your resumes, build your personality development classes. We normally take every week, and online sessions are there, offline sessions are there. We take communication classes, we take different kind of activities we do for people to make them as a good person applicable when it comes to a job opening. So you should know, a student should be aware about all these things, like how to build a resume, how he has to actually reply to an interviewer. All those things we teach during our sessions, and this is what our specialty is. We've added a lot of efforts when it comes to placement. A lot of people are getting placed every day, and if you want to get into information security, if you also want to get placed into it, so you can actually check out the links. We have added every modules. The modules I've talked about cybersecurity, you talk about from the starting. All the modules are already there in the description part of the video. You can check out those description part. You can check out our WhatsApp channel. You can check out, you can connect us on different platforms, and you'll be learning more about Craw.